Hello student, in this video I am going to solve the chemistry sample paper 2 of NEET 2020. See the first question here. What volume of oxygen gas measured at 0 degree Celsius and 1 atmosphere is needed to burn completely 1 liter of propane gas measured under the same condition? So according to the given conditions, we can write the particular the equation, that is the word C3, that is the propane on complete combustions. Okay, on complete combustions, which gives you which one the word the carbon dioxide and also the which one the word the water. So now we have to balance the word this equations here. This is the word the 5 and here this will be the word the 3 and this will be the which is the word the 4. Okay, according to these equations we come to know that the which one the word the 1 mole of, okay, so 1 mole of the word the propane, 1 mole of the word the propane, so requires the which is the word the 5 mole of the which one, that is the word the oxygen gas. That means I can write it as a which one, 5 mole of oxygen gas needed. Okay, so this is according to the word the given, that is the particular the word the equation. Okay, so but we know that 1 mole of any gas, okay, occupies 22.4 liters at the word the STP here. So now, so just go this one here, 22.4 liters of propane. Okay, so now it requires what exactly the word the volume, that is the which is the word the 5 into, so 22 point, that is the word the 4 liters of oxygen gas, that is the word the needed. Okay, so now just go to the word the given conditions here. What they're given is the 1 liter of the word the propane. What will be the volume of the which one the oxygen gas? If you take the word the 1 liter of propane, if you take the 1 liter of propane, so you have to identify what exactly the volume of the which one the oxygen. If you do the cross multiplication, that is the 5 into 22.4 into the word the 1 divided by the which is the 22.4, the volume what we got, that is the word the 5 liters. Okay, in this case the option is a which one, that is the word the fourth one. Okay, now see the next question here. Which one of the following is colorless and highly toxic gas which reduces the word the oxygen carrying capacity of the word the blood? Okay, so this is the one of the concept to remember here, especially the hemoglobin. Okay, the hemoglobin, so as the word the more affinity, so this hemoglobin having which is the word the more affinity, okay, is having a more affinity. Okay, so for the which is the word the which one, that is the word the carbon, that is the word the monoxide. Okay, so than the which one, that is the word the oxygen. Okay, so now you just identify this word. Okay, so presence of the word the carbon monoxide, just identify here the presence of the which is the word the carbon monoxide. Okay, because we know that it is having which the more affinity towards the which the carbon monoxide than the which the oxygen. The presence of the carbon monoxide, okay, that means the oxygen carrying capacity, that means the oxygen carrying capacity, so carrying, that is the word the capacity, so of the which is the word the blood, okay, that will be the which one, that is the word the decreases. Okay, so because the hemoglobin which is having a more affinity for the which is the carbon monoxide, okay, because of that here which reduces the word the oxygen carrying capacity of the word the blood. Hence in this case the option is a which one, that is the word the second one. Okay, so next one. If the ratio of Cp and Cv for a gas is 1.4, okay, the number of atom present in the 11.2 liters of it at the word the STP is, okay, just identify this one. The ratio of the word the Cp and the word the Cv, the value what they're given, that is the word the 1.4. Okay, if this value is the word the 1.4, that shows that it is a which is the word the diatomic gas. It's a diatomic gas. Okay, if the ratio of the word the Cp divided by the word the Cv, if the value will be the word the 1.67, it is a which is the word the monoatomic gas. Okay, so this concept you have to remember here, but because from this information we got that it is a diatomic gas. Okay, so according to this one, it is a diatomic gas here. Just go this one here. So 22.4 liters. Okay, so corresponds to which one? It corresponds to 1 mole of, this is what the 1 mole of a, this is what the gas. Okay, so now we have to identify, is the 1 mole of the which is the gas, that is what the molecule. Okay, now you just identify here. So the number of atoms you have to this is present in the 11.2 liter, that refers to, just go this one here, 11.2 liters. Okay, so corresponds to, okay, so now we have to identify, so the 22.4 liter corresponds to which in the 1 mole of the gas molecule. If it is 11.2, that will be corresponds to which is the 0.5 mole of which one, that is the the gas molecules. Okay, by knowing the volume we got that what exactly the number of the moles, but what do you have to calculate here? The number of atoms. Okay, so the number of atoms which is equal to, okay, so that means what you have to identify, that is what the number of moles is what the 0.5. so the number of the which in the atoms, it is a diatomic gas, the number of atoms is the 2 into the which in the Avogadro number 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23. Okay, so now you have to identify. If you do the calculation, the value that becomes a which one? 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms. Okay, so in this case you have to identify the option. That is the option is a which one? That is the A. Okay, next one. The compressibility factor of a gas is less than unity at STP. Therefore, okay, just go this one here. The compressibility factor that refers to Z, which is equal to which is the volume of the real gas, and also the volume will be the which is of the ideal gas. Okay, so what their conditions here? The Z value should be the which is the less than the 1. Okay, if identify the Z value will be the less than the 1, that means the volume of real, that is the gas, it is always should be the which is the volume of the which is the ideal. When you have the lower the value, the Z value will be becomes the less than the which is the 1. Hence the volume of real will be the which is the less than the which one? 22.4. Okay, hence in this case you identify the particular option, that is the which one? The second one. Okay, so next one. So which of the following, that is the species, that is the N3 minus, O2 minus and F minus is the largest in the size. Okay, you remember the one of the concept here. More the negative charge, okay, more will be the size. So more will be the size. Okay, because okay, what is the reason for this one here? Because attraction per, I mean if you're talking about the attraction, let us see what the attraction per electrons will be the which one? The per electrons will be the which one? The decreases. If the attractions will be the decrease, the size will be the increases. Now you have to just identify here. In the N3 minus, this is the O2 minus and the F minus. The negative charge is more for the which is the N3 minus. Okay. So because of the higher that will be the negative charge here. So that means the attraction per there is a electrons will be the decrease. If there is a decrease in the attraction, the size will be the gradually that will be what? Increases. Hence in this case the option is a which one? That is the first one. Okay, so next one. If the energy difference between the ground state and the excited state of an atom is 4.4 into 10 to the power of minus, that is in 19 joule, the wavelength of the photon required to produce this transition is. Okay, so we know that, so delta E which is equal to Hc by lambda. So what is the given condition? Delta E, they are given the which one? 4.4 into 10 to the power of, that is the minus 19, that is the joule. So here what you have to calculate is the wavelength. The wavelength which is equal to which is the Hc divided by the which is the delta E. So what is the H? It is a Planck's constant. The value will be the which one? The 6.6 into 10 to the power of minus 34 into 3 into the 10 to the power of, that is the 8 is a meter per second, and the delta E value what we are having here 4.4 into 10 to the power of minus 19. Okay, hence the delta value that becomes which is the 4.5 into 10 to the power of minus 7, that is the meter. Okay, so in this case the option is a which one? That is the first one. The option is first one. So next one. Which of the following bond has the highest, that is the bond energy? Okay, so now you just go to this concept here. Okay, so according to the particular general this is the concept here. So oxygen is a which is the more electronegative. Oxygen which is the more electronegative. Okay, so compared to the rest of the elements present in the 16 group elements. But the bond or energy should be also the more. But here it is not taking place in that one, because if the size of the oxygen is the very small here, so whenever they gains the electrons, I mean the whatever it will be arriving, we can identify the word the repulsions. So the repulsions will be the word the more in this case. So because of that, so we can't identify which is the highest bond energy here. So in this case, the more after the word the oxygen, the more this is what the electronegativity is, which is what the sulfur. Okay, hence sulfur to sulfur, that is what the bond becomes what the strong. Okay, hence it is having a which is what the highest, that is what the bond energy. Okay, but why can't it be the word the oxygen? Because they shows you which is the repulsion. Okay, but here the word the down the group. Okay, we can identify the word the particular this one. I mean the word the in the 16 group, the next element will be the word the sulfur, which is more electronegative, okay, than the rest of the word the element, but the less electronegative compared to which one the oxygen. Okay, hence in this case the option is a which one, that is the word the first one. Okay, next one. How many bonds are formed by the each oxygen atom? Okay, each oxygen atom in the word the ice. Okay, so let me consider the particular this one here. Okay, so this is what the water, we know that is a bent V shape here. I'm going to write it in this form. Okay, so consider this is the word the particle is the word the one, that is the word the particle is the word the molecule. Just go this one here. Here we can identify the word the intermolecular hydrogen bonding here. The same way here also we can identify the intermolecular hydrogen bonding towards which is the one more, this is the water molecule. But in this case, just identify this particular the oxygen, this one. Here what you can identify, that is the hydrogen bond. That is the what type of the hydrogen bonding? That is a intermolecular hydrogen bonding. And what about this one? We can identify the which is the covalent, that is the bond. So here we got the hydrogen bond, here we are having a covalent bond. Just identify this one here. So one oxygen atom. Okay, that means how many does the word the oxygen, I mean the word the bonds are identified here. That is the 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, hence the option is a which one? That is the first one. Okay, next one. The initial pressure of the carbonyl chloride is the 1000 torr. The total pressure of the system becomes the 1500 torr when the equilibrium, okay, there's a carbonyl chloride, so which gives you the carbon monoxide and the chlorine is attained at the constant temperature. The value of Kp for the reactions. Okay, just go to this one, the decomposition of the this reactions here. So carbonyl chloride, okay, so which gives you which is the carbon monoxide plus the which is the chlorine gas. Okay, this is the other particle, this one. So when the T which is equal to 0, that means at the beginning here. So what is the particularly the pressure we are having? That is the 1000, that is the torr. But here it is the 0. Okay, so now at equilibrium, so whenever it attains the equilibrium, okay, I'm going to write it in this form here, at equilibrium here. So we are going to have the which is the 1000. Okay, so minus there is a decreases in the some pressure here. Whatever there is a decrease in the pressure, it will be increases in the which is the product here. Okay, so now we have to identify that is what will be the P total. Okay, this P total that becomes the which is the 1000. Okay, minus P plus P plus P. So is nothing that this is nothing but the which is the 1000, that is the plus P. But what is the P total they're given? The P total they're given is 1500. Okay, I'm going to write it here. Okay, so this will be the 1000, that is the 500. Okay, so now what will be the pressure that becomes the which one? That is the 1500 minus the 1000, that becomes the which is the 500. Okay, so now what you have to calculate here, we are going to calculate the which is the value of the Kp. According to this equation, the Kp that which is equal to, so partial pressure of the carbon monoxide into partial pressure of the which is the chlorine, so divided by the which is the partial pressure of the which is the carbonyl chloride. Okay, so what will be the Kp, the partial pressure of the carbon monoxide, I can write as a P into P, so divided by the which is the 1000 minus the P. Okay, so now I'm going to substitute the value here, that is the 500 into 500. So 1000 minus the 500, that value that becomes the 500, and the Kp value, yeah, this will be gets cancelled, the remaining will be the which one? That is the 500. Okay, hence in this case the option is a which one? That is the fourth one. Okay, next one. The Ksp for the sparingly soluble, this is the silver chromate, is 4 into 10 to the power of minus 12. The molar solubility of the salt is, okay, just identify this one here. We are having a silver chromate, that is the Ag2CrO4. Okay, so which gives you which is the 2Ag plus CrO4, that is the 2 minus. Okay, so here I can write it, this is the particle is the 2s, this will be the S. So when you take the which is the Ksp, which is equal to, okay, the concentration of Ag plus power 2, the concentration, the molar concentration of the which is what the chromate, that is what the silver chromate. Okay, the power, that is what the 1. Okay, so now I am going to write it as a which one, this one here. Okay, so what is the KSP value they are given, that is this one. Okay, just go this one here. Here I can write it as a which is what the 2s power 2, and here I can write it as a which is what the s. The KSP value they are given is over the 4 into 10 to the power of minus 12. Okay, so 4 into 10 to the power of minus 12, which is equal to, so here I am going to write it as a which is what the 4s cube. Okay, so now the what the s cube, that is equal to which is what the 4 into 10 to the power of minus 12. So divided by the what the 4, that means the s cube that becomes a which one, that is what the 1 into 10 to the power of minus 12, because this will be gets cancelled. And what will be the value of the, that is what the s, that is s which is equal to 1 into 10 to the power of minus 4, that is what the mole per liter. So this is the particular value what you are going to get. Okay, hence in this case, okay, to identify the particular the options will be the which one, that is what the second one. Okay, next one. An athlete takes the what the 100 gram of glucose of energy equivalent to the 1560, that is what the kilojoule. How much amount of energy is taken by the what the 1 gram molecule of the what the glucose? So this one you have to remember here. So 1 gram molecule of glucose means what? Don't think that it is a 1 gram of the glucose. So 1 gram molecule of glucose. Okay. So which is equal to which is what the 180 gram. Okay, that refers to which is what the 1 mole of a which is the glucose here. Okay, so according to the what the particular the given condition, that is what the 100 gram of glucose. Okay, so what is the energy that is equivalent to which is the 1560, that is what the kilojoule. But what is the particular the 1 gram molecule of the what the glucose, that refers to which is the what the 180 gram means what, that is what the how many. Okay, this is what the energy, okay, the glucose of energy equivalent to. Okay, so see the cross multiplications here, 180 into 1560, so divided by the what the 100. Okay, and the value that becomes which one, that is what the, so 2000, that is what the 808, that is what the kilojoule. So this is what the value we are going to get. Okay, hence in this case the option is a which one, that is what the second one. Okay, next one. The work done in an open vessel at 300 Kelvin when 112 gram iron reacts with the what the dilute HCl to give the which is what the FeCl2. So you just identify this one here. So we know the what the atomic mass of the which is what the iron, that will be the what the 50, that is the what the 6 here. But here what is the mass they are given? This is the 112. That means you have to take the which is what the 2 moles of the which is what the iron. Okay, it is a which one, that is what the solid. Okay, so whenever it reacts with the what the HCl, which gives you what the respective, that is what they are given the which is the ferrous chloride, and the byproduct what you are going to get, there is a liberation of the hydrogen gas. Okay, so see this one here. Here we have to balance the particular the equation. This becomes what the 4, and here it is what the 2, and here also I am going to write the 2. Okay, now what do you have to calculate here? So that means the work done in and the open vessel. That means in this case the what the delta N of G, that is equal to which is what the 2 moles. That means the number of gaseous product minus the which is the gaseous reactants. Okay, so now see the particular equation, the W which is equal to minus P into the what the delta V. Okay, but here they are not given related to which is what the pressure or the what the volume here. So this will be also be written as which is the minus, that is what the delta N of G into the which is what the RT. So now the W which is equal to, just identify here. So here the unit they are given the which is what the kilocalorie. That means the R in terms of kilocalorie is approximately equal to, I am going to write as which is what the 2. But actually this value will be the 1.97 here. So that means actually this value is, okay, I am going to write here the 1.97. Okay, approximately I am going to take it as a which in the 2. Okay, so what is delta N of G? They are given, that is what the 2. R value I am going to take in terms of the what the 2. Okay, so temperature, so they are given the which is what the 300 here. Okay, so now what the value what we got is the W which is equal to which is what the minus. Okay, that is what the 1200, that is what the calorie. Okay, so now the what the work done, that means the what in terms of the what this one, this is the minus, that is what the 1.2, that is what the kilocalorie. So in terms of the what the particular energy, we have to take it as a which one, the positive sign. Hence in this case the option is approximately near to the which one, the 1.1. Okay, the option is which one, the first one. Okay, so next one. The volume of oxygen liberated from the 0.96 gram of hydrogen peroxide at the what the STP. Okay, So we know the decompositions of the hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide and decompositions gives you what the water. So and also it gives you which is you what the half mole of which is you what the oxygen. Okay. According to this one here. So suppose here also they are given the what the mass. Let me take in terms of the what the mass. So if we calculate the molar mass, that becomes which in 34 gram. 34 gram of hydrogen peroxide liberates. Okay, here the value they are given in terms of the what the ml. I'm going to take in terms of the ml. That is what the 1200. That is what the ml. Okay, but if it is what the 0.96 gram, if it is what the 0.96 gram, so what will be the what the volume you are going to get? If you do the cross multiplication, 0.96 into the what the 11,200 divided by the which is what the 34. Okay, here if you do the calculations, here we are going to get the which is the 316.2 ml. Okay, hence in this case the option is a which one? That is what the second one. Okay, so next one. So which compound act as an oxidizing agents only? Okay, just go to this one here. So let me take the first one here. Sulfur dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, sulfuric acid, and also they are given the which one? The what the that is a nitrous acid. If I calculate the oxidation state, this becomes you what the +4, and here it is you what the -2, and here it becomes you what the +6, and if you calculate the what the oxidation state for the nitrogen, here that becomes you which is you what the +3. So see the what the particular sulfur. The sulfur they belongs to the which is 16 group here. The most common, that means the oxidation state that lies between the which is you what the -2 to the which is you what the +6. Here also what you're having the what the sulfur -2 to the what the +6. Okay, it is also the what the -2 to which is what the +6. But here the 15 group element, the most common will be the what the -3, +3, and the what the +5. That is lies between the what the -3 to the which is the what the +5. Oxidizing agent means what? The agent which decreases its oxidation number, or is the agent which increase the oxidation number of the other element. Okay, so you just identify here. So here we are having what the plus, there is what the 4. That means they can increase and also they can decrease, because their value that lies between the which and the -2 to the what the +6. You just identify here only the what the possibilities is what they can increase, they cannot decrease, because what you are having is a -2. But in this case is just identifying the sulfuric acid, the only the possibilities they can decrease. They can decrease from the which is what the +6 to the which is what the maybe the +4, maybe the which is the +2, or maybe the -2. That means what is oxidizing agent? The agent which decreases their oxidation, that is what the number. This is what you are going to call, that is what the oxidizing agent. That means the only the possibilities is what the decreasing, hence they act as only the which is what the oxidizing agent. Okay, but in this case if I identify the last one here, so they can, that is what the increase, or they can decreases their oxidation number. Hence it cannot, they can show the what the both oxidizing as well as reducing here, but here the question is only the oxidizing agent, hence the option is a which one? That is what the third one. Okay, so next one. Sodium carbonate can be manufactured by the what the Solvay's process, but the potassium carbonate cannot be prepared because. Okay, just identify this one here. Okay, when you're talking about the what the this one here, the Solvay's process. So whenever the what the ammonia reacts with the what the carbon dioxide and the what the water. Okay, here we are going to get the which is the what the ammonium, that is the what the bicarbonate. But this ammonium bicarbonate, okay, whenever it is treated with the which is the what the the what the sodium. Okay, if we're talking about the sodium chloride here we are going to get the which is the sodium, that is what the bicarbonate. Okay, instead of the what the sodium chloride here. Okay, so if you take the what the potassium chloride, so what you are going to get, that is what the potassium. Okay, I'm going to write it here. Okay, this is what the KH, that is what the CO3. This is the potassium, that is what the bicarbonate. But here the what the sodium bicarbonate, we are going to get the which is what the precipitate here, but not in this case. Okay, because the potassium bicarbonate is what the more soluble as compared to which is the sodium, that is bicarbonate. So this upon decomposition, if you take the decomposition of the sodium bicarbonate, you are going to get the sodium carbonate, but not in this case, because we are not going to get the precipitate. That shows that the potassium bicarbonate which is more soluble than the which is the sodium bicarbonate. Okay, hence in this case the option is a which one? That is what the 3. Okay, next one. Solubility of the what the alkaline, that is what the earth metal sulfates in the what the water decreases in the what the sequence. Okay, now we have to identify. Okay, so just go to this one here. Okay, let me take the which is what the alkaline, the earth metal. So we are having which is what the beryllium, but here they are not given the beryllium. Okay, so we are having which in the magnesium, we are having which in the calcium, the strontium, and also what you are having, that is what the barium. Okay, here we are talking about the which is what the sulfates here. Okay, let me write their sulfates here, the magnesium sulfates, and next thing is which is the calcium sulfate, strontium sulfate, and also we are which the barium sulfate. Okay, so now we have to identify the which is the solubility, okay, decrease. Okay, remember one thing, if you're talking about the solubility of the metal sulfate, you have to identify the difference in there, the radius, that is the difference. If the radius differences are large, okay, I mean if the radius difference will be the increases, okay, increases, solubility is also what increases. Solubility is also what the this concept that remember, the radius difference. Okay, the radius difference between the cations and the which is the anions here, if it is the large, okay, just identify. So we know that the sulfate which is having a large size. Let me take the magnesium. In this particular the element here, the magnesium which is having the smaller, that is the size. The sulfate will be the larger here. You just identify this one. So see the particular radius here. If the radius, that is the difference will be the large, solubility is also the increase. But down the group the size will be goes on increase. Let me take the this one here. So this is the size of the which is the barium. This will be the size of the which is the sulfate here. See the radius difference. See, we can't identify the large difference here. Okay, hence the solubility will be the decreases down the group. Okay, hence you can identify the magnesium which is having a more soluble. Okay, hence in this case the option is which one? That is the second one. Okay, so next one. That is the orthoboric acid accept how many, that is the OH minus ion. So we know the structure of the which one the orthoboric acid here. So this is the B, we are ranking which is the OH, is the OH, here also we are ranking the OH. Okay, now just identify this one, B, the water where the oxygen contains the lone pair of electrons. Okay, so because of which is the incompletely filled the p orbit, it accepts the which is the electrons here, and now this gives you which is the H plus, and the next thing is the B, OH, that is the 4, that is the minus. Okay, so now it identify, it accepts the how many OH, that is the minus. Okay, here it accepts only the which is the 1. Okay, hence the option is which that is the first one. Next one. So the silicates ion as the geometry. Okay, now you have to identify. Okay, so to identify the geometry, one thing you have to know the hybridization, and also you have to know the lone pair of electrons. Okay, so we know the equations to calculate the hybridization. That is the half into valence electrons plus monovalent minus cation plus the which on the anion. Similarly, to calculate the lone pair of electrons, which is equal to the number of hybrid orbitals minus divalent minus monovalent. Okay, let me take the first thing here. The silicon will be the central atom here. The valence will be the valence electrons will be the 4. We don't have the monovalent. We don't have the positive charge, but we are having a negative charge. How many we are having? That is the 4. So 4 plus 4, that will be the 8. 8 by 2, that will be the 4. And the hybridization, that becomes the which is the sp3. So let me calculate the which is the lone pair here. So hybrid orbital is the 4. Okay, the divalent will be the 4. We don't have the monovalent, and the lone pair of electron will be the 0. Okay, according to the hybridization, the shape will be the which is the tetrahedral, because it does not containing a which is the that is the lone pair of electrons. Here I give the O minus, and the O minus. Okay, hence the silicates has the geometry of the which one, that is the tetrahedral. The option is second. Okay, next one. The covalency and oxidation number of nitrogen in N2O5 is respectively. So let me write the structure of the this one here. There is the nitrogen, we are having oxygen, nitrogen. We are having a single bond, that is the O minus. Here we are having which in the double bond O. Here also we are having a double bond O, and what about here? This is the O minus. Okay, just identify this one here. So here the covalency what we got in this case, that is the 4. And here also the same thing here. Now we have to calculate the which is the oxidation state. If we calculate the oxidation state for this one, okay, so this becomes the 2x, okay, and here is the minus 2 into the 5, which is equal to the 0. So 2x which is equal to the 10, x which is equal to which one, that is the plus 1. Okay, so covalency is the 4, oxidation state will be the plus 5. Okay, hence in this case the option is which one, that is the second one. Okay, so next one. The sulfur to sulfur bond is present in. Okay, so now let me take the first one here. It is the first one is which one, the oleum here. The structure of the oleum is like this. Okay, S sulfur to oxygen double bond. Again we are having the OH. Again the oxygen double bond O, and here it is your the OH. Okay, the first one is not possible because sulfur, oxygen, and the sulfur bond we are having. And the next thing is the Marshall acids. Okay, the Marshall acid, the structure is like this. Okay, S double bond O, that is a OH. Again we are having a OO. This is the double bond O, and the OH. Here we can identify which in the peroxides here. Okay, but see the next one here, that is the H2S2, that is the O6 here. This is the structure of the particular the oxo acids here. Here we got the which one, sulfur to sulfur bond. Okay, but if we're talking about the last one, that is the Coros acid. Okay, this is a peroxo monosulfuric acid. The structure is like this. Okay, S double bond O, OH, and here it is the O and the H. So here what we got, the sulfur to sulfur bond. Hence the option is a which one, that is the third one. Okay, so next one, the one with maximum oxidation number is. Okay, let me write you the particularly what the formula for those oxo acids here. Hypochlorous acid is the HOCl. So chlorous acid is the HClO2. Chloric acid is the HClO3. Perchloric acid is the HClO4. Okay, especially in this one you have to remember the one concept here. Oxy acids or oxo acids of chlorine. The oxo acids of chlorine as a oxidizing agent. That means whenever that will be act as in the oxidizing agent here, you have to remember this concept, which is inversely proportional to which is the number of oxygen atom, which is inversely proportional to the number of oxygen atom. Okay, so you just identify here. Okay, that means if the number of oxygen atom is the less, oxidizing power will be the more. Okay, so now in this case this will be having only the one oxygen atom, hence they act as which the maximum there's the oxidizing power. Okay, hence in this case the option is a which one, that is the first one. Okay, so next one, see this question here. Which of the following species contains 3 bond pairs and 2 lone pair around the which in the central atom? Okay, let me calculate the which in the particle the hybridation and also the lone pair here. So we know the equations to calculate the hybridation. There's a H which is equal to half into valence electron plus monovalent minus cation plus the anion. For the lone pair of electrons, we are having number of hybrid orbitals minus divalent minus the which in the monovalent. Okay, just go to this one here. Okay, let me take for the first one here, that is the NH2 minus here. So the valence electron will be the which is the 5, the monovalent will be the which is the 2. We don't have the cations, but we are having which is the anion. So now this becomes the H which is equal to, that becomes the 4. If it is the 4, the hybridations will be the sp3. Okay, and now you have to identify the lone pair here. The lone pair that refers to the number of hybrid. We don't have the that is the divalent 0. Monovalent will be the this one. Okay, so that means the monovalent what we got, that is the this one. Okay, just go this one here. Here we got the 2. But see this one here, if we're talking about the sp3, the shape will be the which is the tetrahedral. I'm going to indicate like this. Okay, so how many does the bond pair we are having, that is the 2. But actually the question will be the 3. But even though it is containing which is the 2 lone pair of electrons, the bond pair will be the which is the 3. Okay, so hence this is not the correct, that is the answer. Let me go for the next one, the ClF3 here. Just identify here the number of hybrid orbitals. That means if you are going to calculate here, so the valence electron that becomes which is, that is which one, the 7. So monovalent is the 3. We don't have the cations, we don't have the anions. The 7 plus 3, that becomes a 10. 10 by 2, that is equal to 5. So hence the hybridation that becomes the sp3d. Let me calculate the which is the lone pair of electrons. The number of hybrid orbitals is the 5. We don't have the divalent, but we are having which in the monovalent. That the total that becomes the 2. If it is the sp3, so that means we know that is the trigonal, the bipyramidal here. So I am going to indicate like this. Okay, just identify. We are having which is the 3, that is the fluorine here. So and which is containing which is the 2, that is the lone pair of electrons. Just identify this one here. So this is the particle the structures what you are going to get here. Okay, so according to the question, they have to contain the 3 bond pairs. So we are having a 3, 1, 2, 3, and also what is having, this is the 2 lone pair of electrons. Okay, hence in this case the option is a which one, that is the 2. Okay, if we calculate here, the hybridation is the sp3 only, but what you are having, the only the 2, that is the bond pair, and the 2 lone pair, just similar to the first one. And in the case of the BF3, that means we can identify the 3 bond pair, but we don't have the which is the lone pair. Okay, hence in this case the option is a which one, the second one. Okay, next one. So which of the following oxide, okay, cannot be reduced by the auto or the self reductions? Okay, so now you have to identify the particular concept. Okay, the some of the metals are less reactive. That means the less reactive. This is the less reactive. That is the metals. The less reactive metals like, okay, if we're talking about the which is the copper, the mercury, and also the lead forms the sulfides. Particularly we are talking about which is the sulfide. Okay, so this will be the can undergoes which is the can undergo, that is the self, that is the reductions, or it is also called as which is the auto reductions here. So that means the less reactive. That means the more reactive. Just identify here. The more reactive among this one will be the which is the aluminium. So that means aluminium is a which is the reactive metal. Aluminium is a which is the reactive, that is the metal. So hence they cannot reduce it by the which is the self reduction. Okay. Hence in this case the option is a which one, that is the fourth one. Okay. So next one. The most effective coagulant for a colloidal solutions of the arsenic sulfide. Okay, so first you have to identify what type of the particular colloidal, that is the particle. Let's say arsenic sulfide is a which is the negative colloid. If it is a negative colloid, you have to identify the which is the cations here. Okay, just identify in the first case here the sodium phosphate. I am going to take the which is the Na plus. For the zinc, I am going to take this the Zn2 plus, and here also we are having zinc nitride, this is Zn2 plus. Aluminium we are having Al3 plus. Okay, so the larger the valency of the which is the active ion, the greater is the precipitating power. Okay, if this is the negative one, okay, to identify the positive having a higher charge. The positive which is a higher charge is which one? The aluminium chloride. Okay, hence the most effective coagulant for a colloidal solution of arsenic sulfide in water is a which one? That is which one? That is the fourth one. That is the aluminium chloride. Okay. So next one. The complex, they are given the two complex here, and you have to identify what type of the particular the isomerism. Okay, let me take the first one here. So here we can't identify the linkage because the ligand is not a which is the ambident ligand. Now let me go for the which is the ionizations here. Okay, so in the first complex here, okay, CrH2O5, that is the Cl. And the next thing is which one? The Br. So this the particular the ionizes to give the which is the CrH2O, that is the 5 Cl. This will be the plus, and this will be the which is the Br minus. Similarly for the next one here, the next complex we are having, that is the CrH2O, that is the 5, it is a Br, it is a Cl. It ionizes to give the which is the CrH2O, this is the 5. Here it is the Br, this is the plus, and the Cl minus. Okay, so when on ionization, okay, on ionization, what you can identify, there is a different ions we got. The one thing is we got the bromide ion, next thing is the chloride ion. Okay, there is a differ in the which is the formation of the which is the ions here. Okay, hence this refers to which one? Ionization isomerism. Okay, so we can't identify the hydrate or the coordination isomerism, but in this particular the complex, that refers to which one? Ionization. Okay, hence the option is which one? The second one. Now see the 26th question here. The CFSC for the metal ion in D7 configuration in the presence of the strong ligand field is. Okay, so we know the equations to calculate which one the crystal field stabilization energy, that is the CFSE, which is equal to. So now we are going to have the particular equation, that is 0 minus 0.4 into the number of electrons in the T2G plus 0.6 into number of electrons in the EG. So here the system is which one? The D7, and also the delta, that is the O stand for the which in the octahedral. In this case, the set of the 3 orbital that occupies the lower energy, we are going to call it as a T2G. Higher, that is the particular set of the 2 orbital that occupies to the higher energy, we are going to call it as the EG. And see the next thing here, this the particular the metal is surrounded by the which is the strong ligand. Hence we can identify the pairing of the electrons in the lower, that is the level here. Just to identify this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The one more extra electron is added to the EG. Now you have to identify. This is the minus 0.4. The number of electrons in the T2G is the 6. So plus, and the next thing is the number of electrons in the EG is the which in the 1. Now this becomes the which in the minus 2.4 plus 0.6, okay, that value that becomes which is the minus 1.8. so here this is the particular value, okay, hence in this case the option is which one, that is the fourth one. Okay, so next one, the reduction potential of M2 plus ions to the metal will depends on. Okay, so generally if you write the particular the equation, just identify this one here, the metal. Okay, so that is the M2 plus, they takes up the 2 electrons to give the which is the metal. But how does it will be formed? Okay, that means the first thing is you have to identify the particular the enthalpy cycle. So the enthalpy cycle here, okay, that means according to the SS law, okay, for assuming the standard conditions here, let me take the first one here, the first step here, that is the enthalpy of that is which is the atomization. But how we are going to get the particular the enthalpy of the atomization? Just go this one here. So initially we are having which is the solid metal. The metal, this is it is the solid. So that will be changes to which is the gaseous, that is the metal atom. That will be changes to which is the gaseous, this is the metal atom. Okay. The second step will be the which is the ionization energy. The second step will be the which is the ionization energy. In this case, they were the gaseous metal, that is the ions. Okay, that is the gaseous metal atom here. That will be changes to which is the gaseous, that is the metal ion. That means, suppose this will be the metal in the form of the gaseous here. Okay, now I am going to indicate that is the M plus. It is also the gas, but here we are talking about which is the M2 plus. That means they have to lose the one more electrons here, and here going to get the which is the M, that is the 2 plus. Again, it is which is the gas. Okay, and similarly we can identify the one more concept in this one, in the particular cycle here, that is the enthalpy of, that is the hydration. The enthalpy of, that is the hydration. In this case we can identify here, that means that when the metal ions, okay, so that will be changes to which is the gaseous, that is the metal, the gaseous, that is the metal ion in the which is the solution. Okay, metal ion in the which is the solution. Okay, now we have to identify the electrode potential. That means the electrode potential will be sum of the which is the energy changes here. The one thing is depending upon the which on the enthalpy of atomization, ionization energy, and also the which on the enthalpy of the hydration. Okay, so that refers to which, that means the reduction potential. It means whatever you are going to get in this one, it is depending upon the which is the enthalpy of atomization, ionization energy, and also the enthalpy of hydration. Hence in this case the option is which one, that is the fourth one. Okay, so next one. At particular concentration, the half-life of the reaction is 100 minutes. When the concentration of the reactant becomes the double, half-life becomes the which one, the 25 minutes. Then what will be the order of the reactions? So we know that the which is the T half, okay, which is proportional to the which is the A power, that is the 1 minus n. So you see the conditions here. Okay, so when the concentration of the reactant becomes the double, okay, half-life becomes which is the 25 minutes. Now I can take it as a which one, A2, which is equal to which is the 2 into A1. Okay, let me put the particular value in these equations here. We are going to have, so T half for the first one divided by T half for the which is the second one, which is equal to A1 divided by A2, that is the whole power, that is which is the 1 minus n. Okay, see the next one here. So now what is the T half for the which in the first one? They are given the 100, and for the second one they are given the which in the 25. The A1, so what is A2? 2 into that is the A1, that is the whole power, that is the 1 minus, that is the 1. This will be gets cancelled. The remaining will be the 4, which is equal to this, that is the 1 by 2. Okay, power the which is the 1 minus n. Okay, so now you just identify. I want to get the which in the particular the 4 value. Suppose if you take the if n is equal to the 3. Suppose if you put the n is equal to the 3, now this becomes the 4, which is equal to 1 by 2. Okay, that means so 1 minus 3, that becomes which is the minus 2. So this is nothing but the which is the 4, which is equal to which is the 2 square. That means now we have got the which in the 4, which is equal to the 4. Okay, now hence the n should be the which is what the 3, hence the option is a which one, that is the which one, the fourth one. Okay, so next one. A direct current deposits 54 gram of silver during the electrolysis. The same quantity of electricity would deposit aluminium from aluminium chloride in molten state is equal to. So this particularly what the question is related to which in the Faraday's second law. Okay, so let me take in this one here. So W1, that is your the mass of the particle is your the metal. Here I am going to take the silver here. Okay, the silver metal W1. The W2 will be the which is your the mass of the which in the aluminium. So now I am going to write the word the E1. The E1 stand for the equivalent weight of the silver, and E2 will be the word the equivalent weight of the word the aluminium. So how to calculate the word the equivalent weight of the word the silver? That is your the atomic weight. So divided by the word the charge of the which is your the metal. Okay, now atomic weight will be the word the 108. There the charge will be the word the 1, so hence the equivalent weight becomes the which is the word the 108. Similarly for the word the E2, the atomic weight for the word the aluminium is the word the 27, their charge will be the word the 3. So now I am going to write this will be the word the 9. So what is W1? The mass of the word the silver here. So the mass of the silver is the word the 54. We don't know the word the mass of the word the aluminium. We are going to calculate here. Here this is the word the 108. This will be the which is the word the 9. So now we have to calculate the which is the W2 which is equal to, so 54 into 9 divided by the which in the 108. If we do the calculations here, we are going to get the which in the 4.5 gram. Okay, hence in this case the option is a which one, that is the first one. Okay, so next question. The hydrogen electrode is dipped in a solution of the pH which is equal to 3 at 25 degrees Celsius. The reduction potential of the electrode would be. So now let me take the particle the word the reductions of the word the H plus ion, which gives you which in the of H2. Now see the particle the word the equation here, that is the word the E cell which is equal to E naught cell minus 0.0591 divided by n into log concentration of the product. Okay, so because it is a word the gas, okay, their value I am going to take it as a which in the 1. By the word the reactant we are having a concentration of the H plus. So E naught cell for the hydrogen electrode is the word the 0.059 divided by the n stand for the number of electron, that will be the word the 1. Okay, just identify here they are not given the concentration of the which is the word the H plus, but they are given the which is the word the pH. So we know that the word the pH which is equal to negative logarithm of concentration of H plus. This equation is also be written as a which is the word the log, that is the word the 1 divided by the concentration of H plus. Okay, that means this entire term is nothing but the which is the pH. Okay, what is the pH value they are given? That is the word the 3. If you multiply with this value with the word the 3, here we are going to get the minus 0. That is the word the 177 volt. Okay, hence in this case the option is a which one? That is the word the third one. Okay, so next one. An alloy of copper, silver and gold is found to have the word the copper constituting the word the CCP lattice. If silver atom occupy the word the edge center and the gold is present at the word the body center, then the alloy has the word the formula. Okay, so according to the given conditions we know that the word the Cu, that means it occupies the which one? It constitutes the word the CCP lattice. Okay, so if the copper will be the word they forms the which in the CCP lattice here, that means the total number of the copper will which is equal to which is the word the 4. Okay, similarly if you are talking about the which one the word the silver here, okay, the silver are at the which one? Edge center. The silver will be the at the which on the edge center. Okay, so we know that there are the 12 edges. Okay, just identify this one here. So if the silver occupies the edge center, okay, and the gold is present at the which is the body center. Okay, so their contributions will be the which is the 1 by 4 here, that becomes the 3. Similarly for the which is the gold, they are at the which one, that is the body center. Okay, so here the one body center. Okay, we are going to have the word the 1. Hence the particular formula that becomes which in the word the Cu4 Ag3, and the next thing is what? Au1. In this case the options you have to identify, there is the Cu4 Ag3 and the Au1. The option is which one? That is the third one. Okay, next one. The boiling point of water at 735 torr is 99.07 degree Celsius. The mass of sodium chloride added in the 100 gram water to make its boiling point 100 degrees Celsius is. Okay, now we have to identify the which one the particular, that is the boiling point. Okay, the mass of the which one the sodium chloride added in the which one 100 gram. Okay, so we know the equations here, that is the delta TB, which is equal to I into W2 into 1000 into KB divided by M2 into W1. So let me take the particular the changes in the elevation the boiling point here. Just go to this one here. This is the 100 minus, okay, because the boiling point of the water, okay, that is the water, to make it as a boiling point of the water is the 100 degrees Celsius. The boiling point of the which is the solvent, that is the water, okay, it is a 99.07. and now they're given the solute, that is the sodium chloride. It dissociate to give the Na plus and the Cl minus, hence the I value that becomes the 2. I'm going to substitute the value, the 2 into W, we have to calculate the W2 into 1000. The Kb value is 0.51, so divided by the molar mass of the sodium chloride is 58.5, dissolved in the which on the 100 gram of the water. Okay, now the W2 becomes, okay, so this difference I can write it as a which on the 0.93 into 58.5 into 100, so divided by 2 into 1000 into 0.51. If you do the calculations here, we are going to get the which one, the 5.3 gram. Okay, hence in this case the option is a which one, that is the second one. Okay, so next one. So what is the mole fraction of the solute in a 1.00 molar aqueous solutions? Okay, so let me take the particular, this is the mole fraction of the solute, which is equal to number of moles of solute, so divided by, that is the number of moles of solute plus number of moles of the which is the solvent. Okay, so what is the number of moles of the solute they are given, that is the 1 divided by 1 plus the number of moles of the water in the 1 liter, okay, that refers to which is the 55.55. okay, so now this becomes the 1 divided by the 56.55. if you do the calculations here, we are going to get 0.0177. okay, hence in this case the option is a which one, that is the second one. Okay, so next one. The number of carbon atom present in allyl vinyl acetylene is, okay, is dash, and it has the dash degree of the unsaturation. Okay, let me take the acetylene. Okay, actually the acetylene is this one, the CH triple bond CH. But what you are having, the one thing is allyl, next thing is the vinyl. That means the one of the hydrogen is replaced by vinyl. Here also the one of the hydrogen is replaced by the allyl. Now I am going to write the particular structure here. C triple bond, that is the C. Okay, here what you have tried, that is the vinyl. Okay, I am going to write the vinyl. CH double bond CH2. And here I am going to write the which is the allyl. Okay, the allyl, that will be the which one, the CH2 double bond CH single bond, that is the CH2. So what you have to identify the number of carbon atoms. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, the number of carbon atoms what we got, that is the 7. Now you have to identify the degree of the unsaturation. Okay, just identify the number of the pi bond here. If the number of the pi bond will be the which is the 1. Here it is the 1. Here it is the 2 pi bond, and here it is the which is the 1 pi bond. That means unsaturation, that refers to which is the double bond or the triple bond, especially in the open chain here. Okay, so now we got the which is the 1 plus 2 plus 1, the total that becomes the which one, that is the 4. Okay, so hence the option will be the which one, that is the first one. Okay, next one. The function of boiling the sodium extract with concentrated nitric acid before testing the halogen is, okay, so especially in the Lissagnes test, okay, especially for the detections of the which one, the halogens here. Okay, the first thing is we are going to take the few ml of sodium fusion extract, then we are going to boil with the which one, the concentrated nitric acid, then we are going to add the which one, the silver nitrate. So why we are going to add the which one, the particularly the nitric acid? Okay, suppose if the sodium fusion extracts containing a the sodium cyanide, suppose if it contains the sodium cyanide, or else suppose if it contains the sodium sulfide, so whenever it is treated with the nitric acid, okay, so whenever if you heat this one here, so now the sodium cyanide that will be changes to which is the hydrogen cyanide, and the byproduct will be the sodium nitrate. Similarly, in the what the sodium sulfide, whenever it is heated with the what the nitric acid, here we are going to get the which is what the H2S, and the next thing is the byproduct will be the which is what the sodium, that is what the nitrate. Okay, so that means these the particularly what the this one the product what we got, that will it is a gas, it escapes out. The only the remaining in the what the SF will be the what the halogen. Suppose if it is there, it will be interfere with the which is the what the detections during the detections of the what the halogen. For that reason we are going to boil. Okay, so hence to destroy the which is the what the cyanide and also the which is the what the sulfide. Okay, and the option is a which one, that is the what the second one. Okay, so next one, the tautomerism is exhibited by. Okay, now to identify. Okay, just identify this one here. So I'll tell you the some of the tricks to identify how to identify the tautomerism here. Okay, so consider the what the particle the what the sequence here. This is what the X Y, that is what the double bond, that is what the Z. Okay, this is what the particular representation to identify. X single bond, Y double bond, that is what the Z here. Now see this one here. Here X, it may be any atom, but not the hydrogen. But this X atom they have to contain the which is what the one hydrogen. Okay, but see the condition for the what this one here. So it may be which is the what the carbon, oxygen, or the what the nitrogen. But the conditions for the what the X, they have to contain at least one hydrogen. And next thing is what the one more condition is what the carbon or the oxygen or the what the nitrogen, they have to show the what the sp3 hybridation, but not. Okay, let me write it, but not. So, but not sp2 or sp, and one more conditions you have to identify, but not the which is what the bridged carbon atom, but not the which is what the bridged carbon atom. Okay, this is the condition for the which is what the X. And why it may be any atom, the Z it may be which in the any atom. The particularly in this case we can identify the which is what the carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, or maybe the what the sulfur. Okay, so now what you have to identify here, that means whenever if you identify this type of the what the conditions here, now so this X will be, I mean the H will be migrate towards the what the Z, and the double bond will becomes like this. Okay, this is actually the what the tautomerism takes place. And if we follows the what the particular the condition, let me go for the what the this one here, that is we are having R3. Just identify this one. This is the R. I'm going to write the word this concept, the N double bond O and single bond the O. So I can write it this is the word the Y, this is the word the Z, this will be the word the X. X is the carbon, so it is a sp2 sp3 hybridation, but this X does not containing a hydrogen, hence this one does not shows you the tautomerism. Just go to the next one here. I'm going to write you the next structure here, the RCH2CH2. Okay, just go this one, the N double bond O, that is what the single bond. This is the word the Y, this is the word the Z, this will be the word the X, and this also I can write it as a word the X. But this X does not containing a which on the hydrogen, but this X containing a hydrogen. That means this hydrogen migrate towards the which is the word the Z, and this will be comes here. And see the particle the word the tautomerism what we got here. That is R CH double bond N, that is the word the single bond OH, like this. Here they shows you which in the tautomer. The second one shows. But see the next one here, especially in the third one, I'm going to write the structure here, CH3 thrice. So all the CH3 is attached to the particular the carbon, and the next thing is your the N, that is your the double bond O. So here I can write it as, just identify this one. This is the word the Y, this is the word the Z, this is the word the X. X is the word the carbon. Okay, having a sp3, but it does not containing a what the hydrogen, hence it does not show the with the tautomerism. So similarly here we can't identify the multiple bond. That means you have to identify the multiple bond. That is the X, sorry, Y and the what the Z, there should be which in the double bond. Okay, hence in this case the second one shows the which on the tautomerism. Okay, so next one. So which of the following can form the what the methane gas with the what the methyl magnesium bromide? Okay, just identify this one here. So now we have to identify the which is the more active, that is the what the hydrogen. If we take the first one here, so now you have to identify the which is the what the active hydrogen. So that means you can identify the two hydrogens here, and here also you can identify the what the two hydrogens here. Okay, see the next one here, and here I am going to take the which in the next one here, that is the second one here. So here we are having which in the what the two hydrogen. So come to the next one. This is the particular structure here. Here also we are having the two hydrogens. Okay, just see the last one here, like this. Now whenever it will be about the whenever the proton releases here, okay, it forms the respective conjugate base. That conjugate the base should becomes the more, that is the stable here. when you break up here, so you can identify the particulars over the this one here. Okay, I mean here also it will be breaks, here also, because this will refers to which in the allyl, but the resulting conjugate base is not a which is the most stable here. But if you just go to the this one here, so whenever the hydrogen, the proton releases, this will be carries the minus. So this particularly the conjugate base is the most stable, because they shows you which in the aromatic behavior. Just identify this one. So now this becomes the most stable. If I identify here also, we can't identify the particulars the most stable conjugate base here. Okay, hence in this case the proton will be released very fast, and the resulting conjugate base is stabilized by the resonance. Okay, hence whenever it releases the which is the proton, okay, just identify here, it releases the proton. So whenever it reacts with the methyl magnesium bromide, okay, and finally we are going to get the which, that means here this is the delta plus, this is the delta minus, here this H plus combines with the CH3 minus to form the which is the methane. Okay, hence in this case the option is a which one, that is the second one. Okay, so next one, which one is the most reactive towards the SN1 reactions? Okay, let me write the particular, because in the SN1 we are having a two-step reaction mechanism. The first step will be the formation of carbocation. So let me write the particular the carbocations here. Okay, I'm directly write the which is the carbocation, because whenever it will be breaks at this bond here, and this carries which is the carbocations. Okay, so it is a benzyl carbocation. Just go to the next one here. In the second one, okay, so here this is the CH plus. Okay, after the breaking between the which one the carbon to the bromine here. Okay, here we got the carbocation. Similarly here also, so here we got the carbocation, and here is the CH3. That means whenever the bond breaks at here, and here also whenever the bond breaks at here. Okay, now we have to identify this is the phenyl, this is the CH3 is the positive, and here this becomes this one. So all are the which is the benzyl, but the classification is different here. This is the primary benzyl carbocation, and this is the secondary. This is also the secondary, but this one is the tertiary. Now to identify among the benzyl also, the tertiary benzyl carbocations are more stable here. So whichever the carbocations are more stable, they readily undergoes the SN1 reaction. That means the reactivity becomes the very fast. Okay, hence in this case the option is which one? That is the fourth one. Okay, so next one. So we are having in the particular reactions, you have to identify the product C here. Okay, let me take the first one here. Okay, so now see this one here. So we are having a allyl bromide, that is CH2 double bond CH CH2. This is the Br. So let me take the particular reactions one by one. Where first it will be reacts with the magnesium, and it forms the respective, that is the Grignard reagent, the CH2 double bond CH and CH2, that is the Mg, that is the Br. So we got the which is the first one. Okay, next thing is in the same case they are given the which in the formaldehyde here, that is the H C double bond OH. So this is the delta plus, this will be the delta minus. This will be attached to this one, and here you are going to get the which in the intermediate. The intermediate is this one here. Okay, this is the CH2 double bond CH CH2, and next this will be attached to which in this carbon here. This is the OMGBr. This is the H and the H. So the next thing is the third one, that refers to which in the hydrolysis here, that is the H3O plus. So this is the delta plus, this will be the delta minus. That means here the hydrolysis takes place to form the respective alcohol. See this one. So here we got the CH2 double bond CH and the CH2. Here this is the CH2, this is the OH. And the next thing is it reacts with the bromine here. Okay, so the bromine means what? It undergoes which in the addition reaction, because we are having which is the carbon to carbon double bonds. Okay, this is here we got the which is the respective, that is the vicinal, that is the dihalides. Here it is the Br. So here it is the CH2, and the next thing is the OH. Okay, so now and the last thing is the reaction with the potassium hydroxide. Okay, I'm going to write this one here. So because we know that they undergoes the nucleophilic substitution reaction, this Br is replaced by OH. So this is the particular product, CH2OH, CHOH, CH2, CH2OH. Okay, this is the final product what we got here. Okay, hence in this case the option is a which one? That is your the third one. Okay, so next one. So the product for the reactions in this one. Okay, just go to this one here. So they're given the which in the reducing agent, that is the lithium aluminum hydride. Okay, you have to remember the one of the concept for the lithium aluminum hydride. It reduces the carbonyl group, but it does not reduces the which is the carbon to carbon double bond. Okay, this concept you have to remember. So it reduces only the which is the carbonyl here. Okay, but it does not never reduces the which is the carbon to carbon double bond. That means that carbon to carbon double bond remains as it is here, and here it is a CH double bond CH. So the aldehyde on reductions always gives you the primary, that is the alcohol. Okay, so double bond remains same, only the the aldehyde gets reduced to give the which is the respective primary alcohol. Hence in this case the option is a which one? That is the fourth one. Okay, so next one. So which of the following is the correct sequence of decreasing the reactivity towards the hydroxide ion promoted hydrolysis among the which in the following? That is the compounds. Okay, just identify in the particular the compounds what they are given. So we can identify the amides. Just identify this one. Here amides. Here also you can identify amides. Okay, let me take the general representation of the which is the amides. Okay, I'm going to write it in this form here. Okay, so see this one here. This is the general representation of the amides. So we know that this is the delta plus, this will be the delta minus. Okay, so during the hydrolysis here, during the hydrolysis, that is the cleavage taking place at here, and it forms the respective, that is the carboxylic acid, and also you're going to get the which is the amine derivatives. Okay, so just go this one here. So here if the particular the group having a electron withdrawing, the cleavage of carbon to nitrogen becomes very easy. That means in all the case we have to cleave at the which is the carbon to which is the nitrogen. You just identify the particular the group here. Okay, especially in this case what you are having, this is a nitro group. We know that the nitro group is a which is the strongest electron withdrawing group. So but meta is not a right positions to withdraw the electrons, only the ortho and the para. Okay, so when you have the withdrawing group, the cleavage of the carbon to nitrogen becomes the easy. Okay, hence the which is this one the particle the third structure will be the more reactive towards the which in the hydrolysis. But see the next one here. But in the first, second, and the fourth, we don't have. In the first and the fourth, we don't have the withdrawing. But we are withdrawing in the meta position. Okay. Next comes the which is the second one. But see the next one here. Okay, especially the first one. Okay, it is not about the benzene ring. It is not a conjugated compound. That means when you have the conjugations means what? When you have the conjugation, that means it is having some sort of the withdrawing capacity as compared to the first one. Okay, so now the withdrawing capacity will be more between the first one and the fourth one. The fourth which is having a more withdrawing one as compared to the which is the first one. Hence this will be the order for the which is the hydrolysis. Okay, hence in this case the option is a which one? That is the third one. Okay, so next one. The correct increasing order of the basic strength for the following compound. You have to identify the increasing here. So let me write you the particular the given, that is the compounds here. The first one is there given the aniline here. That is the C6H5NH2. And next thing is which one? That is the para-nitroaniline. This is the para-nitroaniline. And the last one they are given which is the para-methyl aniline. It is also called as which is the para-toluidine. Okay, just go this one here. So what you have to identify the increasing order. Now you have to identify for any base if there is a presence of the which one, this is the electron, that is the withdrawing group. Okay, the basicity will be the which one, that is the decreases. Okay, the basic character will be the decrease. Just identify this one here. We are having which is the nitro group, and also we are having the methyl group. Okay, just identify this one. If you have the electron withdrawing group, the basic strength decreases. When you have the electron, that is the donating group, that is the basic strength, that will be the increases. Now, but here we don't have the electron donating or the withdrawing one. Okay, but now we have to identify the weakest base is the which one, that is the second one will be the weakest base. So next will be the which one? But here we are having a which one, that is a particular, that is the electron donating here. Here we don't have the electron donating. The next will be the first one. The strongest base in this one will be the which is the third one. Okay, hence in this case the option will be the which one, that is the fourth one. Okay, next one. The glucose when oxidized with the concentrated nitric acid, then the compound formed is. Okay, so let me write the particularly the glucose the structure here. We are having CHO, that is a terminal end. We are having aldehyde. CHOH, that is the 4 times, and here it is the CH2OH. The concentrated, that is your the nitric acid, they act as a strong, that is your the oxidizing agent, which oxidizes the which in the terminal aldehyde and also the which is your this primary alcohol to the respective carboxylic acid. The CHOH, this is your the 4 times, and here also we are going to have your the COOH. So this is all, this particular the acid we are going to call it as a which is your the saccharic acid. Okay, it is also called as a which in the glucaric acid. Okay, in this case you have to identify the options. In this case the option is a which one, that is your the first one. Okay, so next one, the monomers of the word the Buna S rubberies. Okay, so Buna S is made up of a which is your the monomer, that is which is your the butadiene. Okay, so the structure will be this one. Okay, so 1,3, that is your the butadiene, and the S stand for the which is your the styrene. Okay, that is this one, C6H5 CH double bond CH2. Okay, this will be the word the styrene here. So that means the Buna S is made up of a which is your the butadiene and the which is your the styrene. Okay, hence in this case the option is a which one, that is your the first one. Okay, so next one, the chloroamphenicol is an example for. Okay, so especially it is a comes under which is your the antibiotic here. So that is your the antibiotic here. So in the antibiotic we rank which is your the narrow spectrum as well as in the broad spectrum here. But in this case the chloroamphenicol, that refers to which is your the antibiotic, that is a which in the broad spectrum, that is your the antibiotic. Okay, so hence in this case the option is a which one, that is your the fourth one.